he is 6-1 in Banano Open Classic matches. He is no stranger to this tournament's settings, and this is his first ever appearance in a pro tournament. And I think, man, the kid has potential and might someday become a regular fixture in such tournaments. He signed up for the low elo bracket in the 1100s range. Totally lacked confidence, saying he'd never won a tournament round before, was scared he'd get crushed, and he won the whole bracket. In the mid elo bracket, he won 2 complete rounds and even took a game in round 3. And yeah, he's definitely a heavy underdog here still. I believe his opponent is mid 1700s, while Yo-Yo is in like the 1400s. But given his preparation and experience with the settings, he's definitely got a very reasonable chance. I think it's almost likely that if he loses, it will be 2-1, and if he does win, it will be a huge upset, but not like an act of God upset like some of these matchups would be.
Indeed, indeed. Interesting home map selections. And unfortunately, your beloved meme here, not going to work today, Jabari. We tried.
Yep. If it was a best of 5, I'm sure we would see Arena picked here. But I guess YoYoDude is really comfortable with his water play these days, actually favoring Banana Cove over Monkey Arena.
Yeah, definitely interesting here. YoYoDude will have Banana Cove, Farve4ever with Banana, so more banana indeed, Andrew. Civilizations for Farve4ever will be Magyars, Berbers, Japanese, and Vikings. YoYoDude will have Byzantines, Franks, Italians, and Bulgarians. So lots of fun to be had here, guys. Set number 2 of the night. We're going to dive in here. Let me just get the game loaded up here. Should be a lot of fun. YoYoDude being out or being our lower seed here. We are into game number 1. And actually, YoYoDude will be playing with the Bulgarians here on Arabia. Interesting choice. And then we have Farve4ever with the Vikings. A civ we used to see picked a lot more frequently, but ever since they nerfed their archers and buffed their infantry, I feel like we don't see it quite as frequently.
Yep, I guess the lack of thumb ring really makes them no longer a top-tier archer civ. And when you're picking civs for a tournament, you have your pick of the litter. Missing a single important upgrade is the difference between getting played and being left on the bench.
Yeah, indeed. Farve4ever, being the higher rated player here, has the worst of the maps for sure here. Gold's very exposed, stones very exposed, berries, hunt, everything is going to be very, very rough here. We'll see if he just goes with that military forward strategy you were speaking of earlier. YoYoDude, not a bad map though. Potentially 2 safe golds and a safe stone in the back. Berries are a bit forward, but honestly, I would prefer his map compared to his opponent's.
Oof, yeah. YoYoDude's is like a 90th percentile nice map here. Multiple back golds, including the main golds, a semi back berries, and like crucially, his wall off just doesn't require like that much space to be walled, man. He's in the corner. Like, he probably has like a third of the total length to wall compared to Farve, I guess we'll be calling him.
Yep. I think his name's great. I don't know if you guys follow football at all, but that's the only thing I thought of here is Brett Favre. So, Farve4ever, Farve, however you want to go about it, going to be up against a little bit of an early challenge, I think, with the power spike for the Bulgarians' free Man-at-Arm upgrade. Makes a lot of sense for Bulgarians to do that pretty much every game, whether you can plan on playing infantry or not. It's just such a sick power spike. It just makes a lot of sense here. YoYoDude having some weird things going on with his boar here. Gets it in, however.
As he rushes a house, and I do kind of think, though, that this is the throwaway game for Yo-Yo. He's not really an Arabia player, and from what I know of him, he goes archers. He goes for like Berber's multi-stable cavalry spam. Maybe he's going for multi-stable cavalry spam here as the Bulgarians, but I think he's kind of trying something a little bit newish here, and I bet he expects to lose the Arabia game. As I was saying before, man, Arabia is where the favorite players tend to shine, as that monkey just goes beast mode. Yeah, Farve is learning a thing or two about the monkey balance here, while Yo-Yo is flexing his knowledge of the settings.
Yeah, and this delayed the barracks for quite some time. Obviously, it's up early, so you would expect that we would have seen some sort of a drush play there. This will only delay that. It was actually a pre-mill drush build, so that is actually a lot bigger than we had originally thought. And behind this now, YoYoDude knows that's going to be the option, so we'll see what his reaction is. Right now, he is just going to sit at home and get those resources in. No barracks down for him just yet, but he was have quite the wood in the bank, so wouldn't be too surprised to see that come down soon. 2 militia are here, and we do have the Vil out here collecting the gold. Also something that was delayed here from the monkey coming forward.
Yep, as it's going to be Drush versus what will be men-at-arms. The Bulgarians always go men-at-arms. But Yo-Yo, man, he knows it's coming. He has a nice base. I have confidence that Yo-Yo will be able to very nicely minimize the damage he takes from this Drush.
Yeah, I like what he's doing here, too. He's actually gone out for a deer, and he builds a house to drop off some additional food there with that. Should have built a mill, though. I think he meant to build a mill. But it was, in fact, a house. Barracks will be coming up. This kind of walls this off, interestingly enough. And ultimately, only thing really exposed as far as economy goes is going to be the berries. The wood line will be fairly safe. He was about to get housed, Weasel, or Official Noob says. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. I thought it was going to be a mill. I even said house and continued to talk about it like it was a mill, and it was a great play. But nonetheless, he will have the food to click up. Actually clicking up before Farve, and Farve's still lacking a little bit of food. Had just garrisoned, has to get some food there, drop off at the mill or something, and he'll be up a little bit later. Militia will be coming forward. No, there comes the militia for YoYoDude. If he can hold out, he'll have a good advantage. These will become man-at-arms immediately upon hitting the next age. Oh, towers? Is he thinking about man-at-arms towers at this point?
Seems the most likely thing, and this timing here is really nice for Yo-Yo. He's going to have his own militia if he chooses to fight this sometime in the next 50 seconds, which he really shouldn't. And if he can wait longer than that, he's getting TC damage on them. Yeah, Yo-Yo is just crushing it in this early game. This is so nice for him, as the militia are kind of trapping themselves against the berries here. Yo-Yo is cleaning up this Drush, having taken essentially 0 damage. Like, not even any military HP loss. This is a fabulous Drush defense, as Yo-Yo can confidently move out across the map now with his men-at-arms.
Indeed. Official Noob, YoYoDude's elo, I don't know at the time, but he was somewhere in like the high 1400s, I think.
By his own assessment, he's approaching 1500 random Civ Arabia. But he fancies himself an arena player, so, on maps that are a little bit more clownish, like the 2 home maps we'll be seeing in the set, I bet he's probably like 1600, honestly. Though, Arabia, man, he's a heavy underdog. Like, definitely 1450 versus 1750 here.
Yeah, and I think Farve has actually breached the 1800 mark. Last time I checked his elo, actually. He actually went up into the seeding a little bit higher than I had anticipated at the time. So I think he's actually pretty far down in elo difference for YoYoDude. Farve, he was 1800. He's somewhere in that range. I have not kept tabs precisely onto where these players sit every second. So, from what I know, though, it should be quite the difference. But YoYoDude making it look like it's not as far apart as you might think.
Yep, I know YoYoDude has the right mentality for these games. He, at least in practice games, has beaten players of Farve's level. In tournament sets, I think he's also beaten players, possibly not quite this high, but close. Um, he confidently believes he has a real shot here, and given the way this first game has started, he definitely does.
Yeah, I mean, idling a bunch of vills here. I think he was actually clicking too much there, to be honest. But ultimately, Farve takes the better exchange.
Yep. I mean, as I mentioned, Man-at-Arms Towers is not something that I've known Yo-Yo to do, so he probably lacks experience with this. As Farve reads this so well. Just a second ago, Yo-Yo had his Men-at-Arms, looked like he was dropping a fabulous tower, but that was just a horrible last minute for Yo-Yo, as he loses all of his military. He still has not lost a Vil, and he's actually ahead in idle time, so he's fine, but his offensive here is just completely halted.
Yeah, but I like this. He's kept the pressure out of his base, which is nice, and he's still trying to get military out on the field. He's got better res right now in the bank. He is ahead in villager count after this. I mean, quite impressive for him to be down this far in Elo and have a build going in this favor for him right now.
Indeed. He's building a range facing enemy archers. This is fine. Bulgarians, famously, along with Spanish, are the two civs in the game which don't have access to crossbow, so they're highly disincentivized from making their own archers. But skirms would be fine here. As these archers come in, Yo-Yo doesn't really get enough HP on this house for it to do much. Yo-Yo still with just one Vil loss. A couple skirms could push this back. Yeah, I think Yo-Yo has this under control, though it looked a little panicky for a second there.
No, I think it was definitely panic, but it got the quick walls in. He's going to push the archers back. He's actually going to kill an archer. Took some HP off the other. Skirmishers are working at the moment. He has a stable in the back as well. I think he was hoping to keep that forward alive a little bit longer and get some scouts in, which could have done quite the damage here. But ultimately, it's going to be double range. We already have a blacksmith and a market up here for Farve, and he's got quite the investment onto gold archers. He got a few in the archery. Now, there's just 6 of them out on the field right now, it looks like.
6 archers. Yo-Yo very smartly gets the skirm armor, however, before fletching, which in skirm versus archer is 100% the correct thing to do, as I've learned over the course of this tournament. Yo-Yo has the necessary military to defend this. He should be just fine, assuming Farve doesn't micro like crazy while Yo-Yo neglects to do so.
Yeah, I think it's a very promising start here for the Elo gap. Execution on this build has been great for both players, and we have a very close game. Castle Age will come faster here for Farve, but he has not invested food into his military other than the original Drush, so he has the food eco to click up a little faster. YoYoDude will have to hold from a better military here before long. He does have quite the farm numbers himself, even more coming down. 15 for him, but we already have 14 that have been up and working for Farve4ever. Farve using 4 villagers to wall, 5 villagers to wall right now. 6, actually. This is quite the investment. But altogether, we'll get those palisade walls up. Maybe he's a little worried. He did see the stable there when his archers came forward.
1,000%. You don't wall with that many vills unless you think the scouts are about to run in potentially. So Yo-Yo with probably an accidental fake out there, causing Farve to dedicate a little bit more Vil resource to building that wall than is absolutely necessary. As Yo-Yo looks safe here, just assessing the game objectively, He's probably in a fine position. It's going to be a little bit rough for this minute and a half while the opponent's up to Castle Age first.
Yeah.
But Yo-Yo, yeah, I mean, he's got a bit of an eco lead. Oh, actually, he has no eco upgrades, which kind of negates that tiny villager advantage.
Yeah, he definitely has the interesting position to catch up on eco upgrades, and these skirms will just get obliterated once crossbow and bot can come in. So anything that he can do as far as damage is concerned is great right now, but for soon he won't have military able to defend from this position. Bloodlines and +1 are going to be coming in. +1 attack, he already has +1 defense, but it's going to be so rough. There's crossbows over here for Farve, as he's just got a few small groups, and it will be able to clean up the skirmisher numbers without problem at this point.
Probably, but Yo-Yo's closing the distance. He's putting himself in a situation where he might be able to take them down, as, yeah, Farve is just meticulous with this micro. Though, I don't know, man. Yo-Yo just landed a volley. This is good defense, man. Farve has to retreat these.
Yeah, I mean, things are looking good here. Knight production immediately. There's not a ton of crossbows forward here. There comes the rest of them, though. So he will have good numbers. So YoYoDude is getting up another... 3 stables. So this is going to be an all-in-one TC play. I dig it.
I mean, at least for now, I like it. This is one of the ways that Yo-Yo knows how to win, man. He's won many an Arabia game pumping out knights. Something about his style, I think he understands like win conditions and the dynamics of a game that lead to him winning. And this is very encouraging to see him falling into one of the patterns that we've known him to win with.
Yeah, Alcall is asking about the gold situation here, and Farve has gold safe here. His other gold's in the north. Honestly, it could be denied in the north, but I don't think that we're going to see YoYoDude be able to contest these numbers for a while. I actually think he should really consider dropping a Siege Workshop soon. His knight numbers, I don't think are going to be masked up well enough for this yet.
I don't know. These crossbows are getting in here a bit. I mean, these knights would win if they got us around, but that's a big if. As Yo-Yo looks like he's just going for it, man. Deletes the range, definitely good. As, yeah, they are getting some semblance of a surround. This is a very nice trade for Yo-Yo. It looks like he's winning this fight convincingly, actually. Bravo, man.
Yeah, deleting the buildings. He's got more in reinforcements. Crossbow numbers will be dealt with, and it takes a very good fight. Behind this, it is only 11 archers, 10 archers now. So YoYoDude with these triple stables able to equal out the military count. Villager lead is 10, however, so YoYoDude going to have to try to do some damage with the knights he has at the moment. He does not have any stone really to build anything now, so it's not going to be a boom unless he gets onto stone behind this for him.
I mean, he needs literally 1 stone. He doesn't need to get onto stone, really, if he wants to build a TC. But yeah, his eco is not set up for it. He can't afford a TC. He can't even really afford to add farms. He can barely afford to add houses at this point, and he's just going for pure knight numbers. And if he gets another cleanup here, man... like, once you lose your mass of archers, you're kind of hopeless for getting it remassed if the opponent already has good knight numbers. At this point, Farve simply going archers and winning against cavalry seems like it's not an option, as Farve recognizes this. No, he doesn't.
Knights are in.
Yeah. Farve
this is going
in trouble here.
Yeah, YoYoDude with a better position here for sure. These vills are running. There's more knights going to come in that direction. Quick wall does come in here, but for all the villagers we have on the side here for Farve, he has just so many idols. He doesn't actually have a villager lead right now.
Yep, as far as working villagers goes, Yo-Yo's ahead. More vills are going to die here. If Yo-Yo grouped up all of his knights, I believe he could take down a TC. He's continuing to produce them, which I absolutely love. And Farve has 6 crossbows. Like
I think
that.
it's maybe over.
I don't think it's over. It is 60 to 37 Vils. Farve has a considerable score lead, and Farve should have tremendous confidence. I'm sure Farve is not accustomed to losing to players around Yo-Yo's elo, and truthfully, the longer the game goes out, the more opportunities Farve has to exercise his superior experience. Yo-Yo should try to end this quickly, but Farve somehow through all of this continued to queue Vils and expand his eco lead, man. I
Yeah.
don't like Yo-Yo pulling back to group up. Yeah, I mean, Yo-Yo's doing what he knows has worked in the past. I guess preserving his numbers and just eventually bringing a giant army of knights is what's done it for him. But by giving Farve time, he's making it possible for Farve to add spears, which will soon be pikes. And I'm sure Yo-Yo would be shocked if he knew Farve's Vil count right now. Like, it seems like Farve has been getting smashed, but he's up literally 2-1 in Vils at this point. Yeah, it's been a good showing from Yo-Yo, but Farve just simply appears to be winning with macro.
Yeah, it's crazy, actually. All the military numbers have gone down. Katie is super in favor for YoYoDude, and for Farve to still have this score lead is just insane. He is trying to take out this town center here, which would be nice, but I don't think he has the knight production behind this to do so. We'll see if he's able to come forward with more knights, as the production is there right now, but it's not been full scale all the time. Military is getting cleaned up yet again for Farve here.
Yeah, but as a call notes, Yo-Yo still has no eco upgrades, while Farve has full Castle Age upgrades. Farve has more than twice the total economy of Yo-Yo if you take into account those upgrades. Yo-Yo's been winning these battles, but you just can't play an Arabia game down 38 to 74 Vils, man.
Yeah, the eco upgrade's hurting on every front here for him. Definitely something he'll have to look back in.
Yeah. As Farve, he's completely failed to remass since those big Archer losses, but as he's adding the barracks behind his walls now, I feel like he'll be able to get together a large army of pikes, and Yo-Yo will not be able to trade effectively against that no matter what.
Yeah, and this town center has killed 16 knights at this point, so that does not help either. The town center's still standing. A lot of villas have gone down here, no question. And looks like these will finally go down. Means the TC should go down. Pikeman is about to complete, though. And, yeah, I mean, the villager count isn't as large as it once was, but it's looking to be still kind of crazy game.
Yeah. I mean, the villager situation has gotten a little bit better for Yo-Yo, but he shows no signs of wanting to add another TC. The missing eco upgrades are just so tremendous. I don't know. This is playing out incredibly unusually. It's quite difficult to call as Yo-Yo continues to equalize the Vil count. But as I say that, Yo-Yo's military numbers are slipped heavily. Once he loses his military mass, he simply has no advantage left in this game.
Yeah, and that's going to be the roughest part here. And he's running out of gold, and looks like the GG must have come in here. Farve takes it. I mean, YoYoDude had a legitimate chance there, it felt like, which is quite impressive given the elo difference, and he should be very proud of his play here. Just needs some eco upgrades behind this, and I think it would have been his game.
Yeah, if he had done basically the same thing, but managed to somehow get eco upgrades and at some point add a second TC and have it running, he probably would be fine. I don't know. the truth is, a player of Farve's level is doing like dozens more tricks, techniques, anticipating strategies and stuff than someone at Yo-Yo's. It's a tough matchup for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely see the difference in economy here. Vikings, obviously, with those great eco, but just the massive difference in economy here. Winning it with that and just defending. I mean, the one town center before it died had 16 kills last time I checked it. So, GG's indeed. I mean, YoYoDude should be very happy with that match there. We'll have to move on to game number 2 between these two, though, as we have the civilizations here, and Vikings did get the win over Bulgarians. So we're going to actually go to Banana Cove, which is YoYoDude's home map next, and I think we might actually see Japanese, which is kind of a shocker, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing if that is the case. And then Byzantines or Italians, both great, but I'm guessing Byzantines with number 1 here. And Ronald Rage is in chat, knows YoYoDude, plays with him. Yes, we are also just as shocked.
I'm not shocked, man. I was doing the same thing in the best of 3 rounds. And I don't disagree with the decision to go for Banana Cove. If you have a nice water build and you like to play water, it's a simpler game, man. Who knows which high-level players like Arena, even the ones who don't have considerable experience on it. Yo-Yo definitely has a stronger advantage from his map knowledge on this one, and Yo-Yo is a fine water player, too.
Yeah, things are looking interesting here, as it will be Berbers for Farve4ever, so he wants to get those faster moving ships, the faster galleys, I guess, would be my anticipation here. Will be interesting to see what he can do with them. Byzantines on the other side for YoYoDude. Definitely a favorite among all participants on this map, I'd say. I think we have seen Berbers at least 1-2 times here as well. A little bit of an exchange on this that we haven't even seen very often. There are elephants in this gen, so instead of boar, so a little extra food here means players probably aren't going to take an additional sheep or so, but ultimately doesn't change a whole lot there.
It should make the builds a little bit smoother. And you say Farve probably went Berbers for the faster moving ships. I'd guess, man, he just had no idea what this map was. That is kind of a secondary or second tier water bonus, the faster ships. I wouldn't even count Berbers in the top 5-6 for this map, personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but I think the faster moving galley ships could actually be quite a benefit on this map if you are going for galleys and that is your plan. Obviously, it's not something that you think of a lot as like a big bonus, but given the Civ draft, we'd have to look at it again. But Byzantines being the first pick and this being the home map, Farve knew this coming in here. And I think we're going to see a galley opening from him. And he's just going to use that speed and move around as much as possible. Microwing galleys forever.
The faster moving galleys don't... that doesn't fundamentally change the dynamics of how fires and galleys interact. Galleys are faster anyways. They could always kite the fires. The reason why fires are so dominant on this map is the fact that you can do the pincer or the sandwich so easily because it's kind of just a circular pond. And I believe Yo-Yo knows how to do that, man. If you can get up to 8 fires or something, have 2 groups of 4, you can pretty easily force an engagement against even Berber galleys.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, and I hope for YoYoDude's tournament life's sake here that he actually does pull off a win here, so we have a game 3 with Farve and YoYoDude. We'll see. I mean, Byzantines, again, obviously the favored Civ here. Will be very interesting to see what YoYoDude has for us. We have seen him on the old banana map in the low bracket, because he actually was participating in all 3 brackets. Improved his play that much over the time. We'll see if he's got that water build going for himself. I believe he went for Saracen Galleys or something like that last time we saw him on the old school Banana water map. And it was quite a good build.
Yeah, I forget, but I know that from playing the original Banana, which was a water map, he learned a water build and he discovered something that I and many other tournament players have discovered, which is that a lot of players hate water, aren't especially prepared on water, and if you embrace water, practice your water build, you can crush it on water maps and tournaments. Other players' aversion to them makes the field on water maps soft. And Yo-Yo, he's been taking this game pretty seriously. His build looks tight and perfect. He's had 6 on wood all Dark Age. He's about to get out the 4th fishing ship. I assume he's about to click up. He'll probably have 3 dock production going right away. He's splitting his fishing ships, which is nice. They will, like, deplete their individual fish later, and it will make it less likely that they end up wandering to the shore fish. Meanwhile, Farve over here is housed. Farve clicks up but keeps a bunch on food. No, okay, he is diverting everything to naval production. So Farve is going to put up a proper, probably 3 dock defense here himself.
YoYoDude yet to click up here. Does so now. Will be a little bit behind, which is kind of rough. And did add a 5th ship here. So we'll see what he goes for. We'll shift on to wood and headed to your gold. One thing that I haven't said about the map thus far, guys, is the gold and stone can spawn near the shore. Both players have a gold pretty close. A little bit worse for Farve. But it's important, I think, that YoYoDude should have actually taken this forward gold first, just in case he does lose water and later needs that gold access. But small things. We'll see what happens here. Second dock on its way up here for Farve. It looks like YoYoDude is preparing to do the same.
Yep, and as you mentioned, the later up and the 5 fishing ships, I think it's worse, man. You can keep constant vill production pretty reliably with 4 fishing ships, and yeah, being up a whole vill later, I mean, it sets you back a bit in the military, but I'll have faith in Yo-Yo here, man. Especially with this Civ, I think he's still quite heavily favored. As Farve is opening 2 docks, he's going to get walloped, dude. 3 dock Byzantine fires will destroy 2 dock galleys. It won't even be close.
Yeah, galleys, I like to see them played. I like galley openings personally, but whenever you're in a fixed position, it is making it much more difficult. Now, he may be able to come forward and snipe some fish, though, which could be really good here before the fire ships get out. But ultimately, not the worst thing to lose, as pretty much every time we see this map, both players lose their fish. Does snipe a fishing ship. Will run back here, adding the 3rd galley, and he's already going to start that Madman Micro, faster moving ships. And honestly, I know you're not thinking it's going to do that well. I think it's going to be quite exceptional here, and
well,
fire galley numbers have to get up there to do some sort of pincer.
Indeed. As I keep saying, the way the fire galleys win is by forcing the engagement. The only way to force the engagement is to have 2 groups and make it so that by kiting one group that they have to run into the second. As fletching is already in, Yo-Yo should not waste fire ship HP unless he's going for the proper divided military sandwich attack. And honestly, this is nice what he's getting in right now. Some good damage, pulls back the weak one.
Yep, not bad by any means. He will have to continue to repair these, though, and be careful. Galley numbers are growing quickly as they are taking a lot of HP off of these. And I think once you get to like 10, 15 galleys is when YoYoDude is going to be in the worst shape he could be in here.
Possibly. Yo-Yo, he's taken a lot of HP loss, but he is preserving his absolute numbers. I don't know. When I was describing the strategy at first, I was saying 8 is the magic number. You can have 2 groups of 4 fires, divide them, and try and hit the galleys from 2 sides. Yo-Yo, I mean, the KD is 1 to 0 or 0 to 2, I guess. Oh, there's an eco KD too. I don't know exactly what happened, but the
Fishing
KD is
ship
basically
went down.
oh yeah, basically 0. As Yo-Yo, he's just coming in on spread formation. I don't like it, man. He's gonna let himself get kited here. He pulls back. He's still fundamentally preserving his numbers, keeping himself alive. I don't know, man. It's an open question whether fires or galleys is the best thing for Feudal Age on this map, in my opinion.
I think it's about timing is what it's really about. And I think galley is better if you can get the numbers out. If you can't, obviously it's not going to be good. But Farve even adding a demo here, so he's going to get a big shot here. Takes 2 ships down. Fishing ship numbers are being depleted quite heavily. And now we have 13 galleys here. 11 actually. And what is he, 2-shotting? 3-shotting ships right now?
Yeah, but Yo-Yo is getting some semblance of a surround here. Still a better damage exchange for Farve. Yeah, it is starting to look rough for Yo-Yo as he has been idling his TC more in addition to kind of losing the fights on water.
Well, he had to shift onto food economy on land, and I don't think he's done it. He has no farms. His fishing eco is his only eco on food right now, making it I mean, honestly, if he doesn't get food eco soon, he's just going to fall behind to the point where I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting to the next age. And Farve, he only has 4 fishing ships, adding farms already, even though he hasn't lost fishing ships.
Yo is looking to be in trouble here, man. He's just going to be taking worse fights than he had been previously. It's starting to become difficult to imagine him winning this, but at the same time, a lot of these galleys are weak. The kills could come in fast if Yo-Yo ever catches Farve when he's not looking and fails to micro properly.
Yeah, it's the risk for sure. But it looks like the market is being abused heavily here. Farve is going to click to the Castle Age momentarily, and he's got a few demos and a fire ship of his own sitting at home behind this. He still has 13 galleys on the field.
Yep, the demos come in, they do pretty good work, but Farve's numbers are getting chewed up here, and Yo-Yo calls it.
Yeah, I think he was the one of the thinking his water would hold here. It was a good try, but the faster moving ships, the production behind this, the elo difference, all a little too overwhelming here. YoYoDude will go down. Congratulations to Farve, who will advance to the next level. I believe we have a specific meme you wanted me to show, Jabari.
Yes, please.
Here we go. Is this it here? Seems like it's actually missing an image.
This is the meme we showed after Yo-Yo upset his opponent to win round 2 in the 1500 bracket. We have the updated version for his performance here in the open division.
GG's. Alright, so 2-0 for Farve here. We're going to update.
Do you have the updated meme?
That's why I was asking if it was the right one. You didn't say anything, so I was like, must be okay.
The right one. The right one is the other one, yeah.
Okay. Hold on, guys. We'll get to that one in a second. Just gotta pull it up this way for now. Sorry, guys. The one you sent me on the drive was the other one, actually.
I sent you both. Yeah.
GG's Farve. going to advance. YoYoDude will be out of the bracket. Did participate in all 3 brackets. GG's to him. Hope he has enjoyed.
Yeah. I
Gonna
will say that meme is a little bit mean, but clearly we should have a lot of respect for Yo-Yo, and yeah, I think he can take the joke.
absolutely agree. But nonetheless, it's time to say farewell to YoYoDude.